Alleluia, Alleluia. In this stressful time, we are in many ways like the disciples in the upper room. Jesus comes to console them with words of peace, but they were still fearful and doubt-filled, just like many of us. Today's gospel in many ways parallels yesterday's Emmaus story, but now involves the wider group of Jesus' disciples. They're trying to make sense of what's happening. Jesus comes among them and wishes them peace, which is his special gift. It's the usual greeting of shalom, but now it has a distinct meaning in the context of the resurrection. Before his passion, Jesus told his disciples, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, not as the world do I give it to you." Now the peace of the risen Jesus is full of messianic blessings. Despite what they hear, they're terrified and think they're seeing a ghost. Jesus asks them, "Why are you troubled?" He shows them his pierced hands and feet. Luke emphasizes that the risen Jesus is the same as the man who had made them his disciples. His wounds are still evident. Jesus is back with his friends and doing all he can to help them believe. He invites them to touch him. Ghosts don't have flesh and bones. As he shows them the wounds in his hands and their feet, their fear turns into a mixture of joy and astonishment. Jesus then asks them to give him something to eat. Ghosts don't eat, and Jesus is no disembodied spirit. As he did with the Emmaus disciples, Jesus explains how everything that happened to him was in harmony with and in fulfillment of the law, the prophet, and the Psalms. This mention of the three fundamental parts of the Hebrew Scriptures underlines that Jesus is the Messiah who was long foretold. As a final help to them, he opens their minds to the Scriptures so that they can take in the truth of Easter, that Jesus is the Christ. Finally, Jesus tells them, "You are witnesses of these things." Through baptism and by our faith, we are equally called to be witnesses. If we don't take on this mission, then people won't hear Christ's message of reconciliation and forgiveness. If we do accept it, when and how are we going to witness to those around us in these days? Alleluia, Alleluia.